Hello class 6, welcome to session number 2 of Geography chapter 2, that is Earth in our solar system. In this session we will learn more about our universe, origin of the universe, our position or location in the universe, what are galaxies and what are their different types, Milky Way, and some fun facts. The universe. The universe is everything from the tiniest particle to our solar system, our galaxy, the Milky Way, and all the other galaxies, to the very existence of space, time, and life. But how did it all begin? The origin of the universe is the origin of everything. Multiple scientific theories and creation myths from around the world have tried to explain our mysterious genesis. However, the most widely accepted explanation is the Big Bang theory. Let me take you back in time, 13.77 billion years ago precisely. The Big Bang theory states that the universe began as a hot and infinitely dense point, only a few millimeters wide. This violently exploded, and it is from this explosion, the Big Bang, matter, energy, space, time were created. The universe expanded rapidly, almost instantly. From just a single point, it expanded and stretched to grow as large as it is right now, and it is still stretching. Edwin Hubble first discovered that the galaxies are actually moving apart from each other and that the universe is still expanding. Edwin Hubble also devised the most commonly used system for classification of galaxies, which we will learn later on in the chapter. Hubble's name is most widely recognized for NASA's Hubble Space Telescope, which was named in his honor. It is the first major optical telescope to be placed in space above the distortions of the atmosphere, far above the rain clouds and light pollution. Hubble has an unobstructed view of the universe. Scientists have used Hubble to observe the most distant stars, galaxies, as well as planets in the solar system. It has given us a pretty good picture of the Big Bang and the structure of the universe. Quite recently, on 25th of April, we celebrated 30th anniversary of the Hubble Space Telescope. In the previous chapter, we've learned about the stars. Now, let us understand what is a galaxy. A galaxy is a very large group of stars, planets, dust, and gases. It consists of billions of stars. Just like there are billions of stars in our galaxy, there are billions of galaxies in our universe. The galaxies fall into three types based on their shapes: the spiral galaxies, elliptical galaxies, and irregular galaxies. Let's look closely at each of these galaxies. This is a spiral galaxy. Can you guess why? Because it is shaped like a spiral. Spiral galaxies have a flat disc-like shape with a bulge at the center. Spiral galaxies have spirals or curved arms that rotate about the center of the galaxy. They are flat disc-like shaped with a bulge in the center. They have rotating spirals or curved arms. They contain a large amount of dust and gases. 75% of all the galaxies are spirals. Our neighboring galaxy, Andromeda, is also a spiral galaxy. Now look at this galaxy. This is an elliptical galaxy. Elliptical galaxy is oval in shape and it looks like a flattened ball. They are oval in shape and they do not rotate. They contain less dust and gases compared to spiral galaxies. As new stars cannot form an elliptical galaxy, they are mostly made up of old stars. 20% of all the galaxies are elliptical. Now, this is an irregular galaxy. As the name suggests, irregular galaxies do not have a definite shape. Stars in this type of galaxy are not grouped in any kind of shapes. Clouds of Magellan are irregular galaxy. They are a part of a local group. Only 3 to 5% are irregular galaxies. The Milky Way. It is the galaxy that contains our solar system. The name Milky Way describes the appearance of the galaxy from the Earth in the night sky. The Milky Way appears as a band because it is dish-shaped and it is viewed from within. It is also called as Akashganga. Here you can see how the Milky Way looks from Earth when the conditions are favorable. That means no clouds and zero light pollution. Here is another video for you. Now let us find out our position in the Milky Way. We live in a quiet arm of the Milky Way, a spiral galaxy of average size about 100,000 light years across, consisting of billions of stars, gas clouds, black holes, neutron stars, dark matter, and planets, and a massive black hole in the galactic center. With our current technology, if we send a human to the nearest star, it would take thousands of years. So, our galaxy is quite big. The Milky Way is not alone though. Along with our neighbor Andromeda Galaxy and more than 50 dwarf galaxies, it is a part of Local Group, the regional space of about 10 million light years in diameter. It is a part of hundreds of galaxy groups in the Laniakea supercluster, which itself is only one of the billions of superclusters that make up the observable universe. Let's assume humanity develops interstellar travel technology. In this best case scenario, how far can we go? Well, the Local Group. It is the biggest cluster that humanity will ever be a part of. While it is huge, the Local Group accounts for only 0.00000000001% of the observable universe. Let's this number sink in for a moment. There is so much of universe that we will never be able to touch. It's kind of frightening. But why can't we go further? Only the Local Group is bound to us gravitationally. So, the more the universe expands, the larger will be the distance between us and the other galaxies. Over time, the dark energy will push the rest of the universe away from us, causing the other cluster, galaxies, and groups to eventually become unreachable. The next galaxy group is already millions of light years away, and all of them are moving away from us at speeds we cannot ever hope to match. We could leave the Local Group and fly through intergalactic space, but we will never reach anywhere. Let's see what is the future of our galaxy. We will become more and more stranded. The Local Group will become more and more tightly bound, and we will merge together to form one giant elliptical galaxy with the unoriginal name Milkdromeda in the next 4.5 billion years. But it becomes even more depressing. At some point, the galaxies outside the Local Group will be so far away that it will be too faint to detect. And once this happens, no information outside of the Local Group will be able to reach us, and the universe will recede from our view. It will appear to be dark and empty in all the directions forever. Oh, don't be so sad. Let's meet Space Probe Voyager 1. It is a spacecraft launched by NASA in 1977 to fly by Jupiter and Saturn. Voyager 1 crossed into interstellar space in August 2012 and continues to collect data. Voyager 1 carries a copy of Golden Record, a message from humanity to the cosmos. That includes greetings in 55 languages, pictures of people and places on Earth, and music, and also a map of the Earth.
Welcome, children of planet Earth.
Quite interesting, right? Although Stephen Hawking believed it was a mistake. And that is all for today's session. I really hope it was an interesting one. Thank you and take care. Bye bye.